Right. What's up? What's up, y'all? I'm gonna wait for a few people to get in here. I wasn't even gonna go live, shit, but it's Saturday night. It's 9 o'clock. Kids are sleeping, all that. This shit is crazy today. You know what? I didn't even realize, yo, how fucked up my haircut was until the other day. Realizing my shit was like this. Like, woo, look like a fucking roller coaster ride, yo. Like, I ain't going front. But yeah, that was a bad look. Anyway, get that off the shoulder. I really want to talk about this conversation I was having yesterday with this guy, Quinn Allen, I think his name is. He does like a local podcast or a local radio show, white dude, right? And he was sitting here talking about he thought I was how I had so much hatred and I was being pretty much like, I guess, like prejudiced towards him, which I was. I called him a snow roach. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat this shit. This motherfucker's a fucking snow roach. And the main reason why is because he was sitting here saying how the property taxes or the property tax proposal out here in Allentown supposedly was denied and people were happy about it. And I'm not going to sit here and lie about it. Like, I don't really care about that whole... I mean, I do care about it to a certain extent, but I don't care to the extent of where other people's opinions get involved in it. Because if you pay attention to fiscal things when it comes to cities and stuff like that, you begin to notice that a majority of the people don't know what they're talking about, and a majority of people don't want to end up paying higher taxes because they don't see the benefits that they'll be getting out of it. And I'm not sitting here trying to sell you anything like that, but I noticed that a lot of people who were complaining about taxes were upset at the fact, like, they thought they were going to get 60% taken out of their check, out of their money. I'm like, bro, that's not going to happen. And if it is going to happen, it's very rare. And yet, and still, that's really just an exaggerated claim. This is what I was breaking down to him. And he was simply just not trying to hear it. Like, this is what I don't get about certain people. People who always think, especially white people, bro, they always think they're right about everything. It's bad enough us as men, we always think we're right about every single topic that we speak on, right? But when it comes down to presenting actual facts behind it and proof, it's like, where's your social proof behind this, bro? Well, personally, it really just had me messed up in the head. And I really wish I could invite this dude in, because I don't even know his fucking name. Hold up, wait, is he on here? No, he's not on here. Like, he invited me to his, what's the shit called? He invited me over to his, okay, my fault, y'all. He invited me over to his page, right? Pretty much just, I guess, to be a follower of his. Like, he wants me to be some fan or something. Now, mind you, I had never formally met this gentleman, but I did have an interaction with him during the whole emergency meeting they had out here during the homeless encampment crisis, pretty much. And he got up on stage, and off rip, I was like, okay, something's wrong with this dude. Who is this guy? I don't really give a fuck, but who is this dude? And in my mind, I was really just thinking, like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, we're here for, during this whole emergency meeting, everybody was pretty much expressing their concern about where the homeless are going to go or things like that. And it's mainly, if you haven't been keeping up on the daily news, all this shit is happening because of Trump's orders and shit like that. Or if you're homeless and you're living on the street, we're gonna lock you up. Fuck you, bro. Like I said, body bag or suck a... Oh, that's right. You already sucked Bill Clinton's dick, so... Or a horse, for that matter. We don't really know. But I'm going to get on that topic a little bit later. So, neither here nor there. That's pretty much how this whole homeless encampment crisis shit started. Because of Trump's orders, and people being visibly homeless. Like, this is pretty much what DMX would say. I thought I told you to get these bums the fuck out my face. Like, this isn't a rap song. This is real fucking life we're talking about here. But neither here nor there. So, that's when I first interacted with this gentleman. Now, fast forward to yesterday, and now today, this guy pretty much want to sit here and say, oh, you have so much hate. I gave you nothing but respect, and you're going to, bro, fuck you. What is it that, fuck you, bro. Like, what is it that you don't get? Like, and anybody else who don't like me, fuck you. Fuck you. Plain and simple. There's no other way to put that shit, yo. And this is how anybody would act, bro. And the main reason why anybody would act like this, especially if they've been push buttons. Motherfuckers taking stories and flipping the narratives and doing all other kinds of shit. Manipulating. Bro, this shit is ridiculous. But now I'm just starting to rant and get off topic. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and stay the fuck on this topic. So, this whole argument, me calling this dude a Snow Roach and like this has got to be a fucking idiocracy, is because of these property taxes. So, once I find the link, matter of fact, let me get online real quick. Let me see if I can actually find the link. Because once I actually, because this dude wanted me to like meet him, I'm like, bro, I will smack you in your face. And a lot of people say, well, why don't you say shit to my face? Why don't you do that? Because the main point of war is to avoid a fight. There's more ways than one to actually just put hands on people to actually fuck them over. You know that, right? I hope y'all know that. But yeah, and still it is gotten to a point now where I feel like, yo, this is just beginning to become fucking redundant now. It's like y'all argue, like people argue about the same topics. They argue about the same shit. And I get the whole notion of repurposed content, but this isn't content. These are people's lives we're talking about, yo. So I began to tell this dude, like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about people not like. I don't give a fuck about if people like me or not. I don't give a fuck if people don't even fucking respect me, bro. The only thing I care about is what's right and what's wrong and getting things the fuck done. I don't care about any of that other bullshit, bro. Like, I really fucking don't. So what tripped me out about it was the fact that after I had challenged him to go to a whole new city or a whole new state where nobody knows him. Nobody knows his name. No one's ever seen his face or anything, right? Go to a whole new city. Go to a whole new state. No phone, no ID, because you don't really need ID in the state. In any state, really, you don't need to identify yourself to a police officer unless you're committing a crime. And even so, they still have to tell you what crime you committed. Why are you being detained and all that other extra bullshit. But yeah, still, no money, no phone, no ID, and just go somewhere. I want you try living your life in that situation. Because 9 times out of 10, believe it, that's how I ended up in Allentown. Believe it or not. No phone, no money, no ID, no nothing. But I decided to stay. In Ohio, I was good. After I had my battles with homelessness, I actually was doing pretty good. Had my own house, had my own car. Then I ended up stranded out here with no money, no fucking ID, didn't know nobody, wasn't able to reach out to anybody. So I said, fuck it. I'm gonna do a complete restart right over here. And that's exactly what the fuck I did. Now motherfuckers just hate me even more. Why? I don't fucking know. That's their own personal problem. And for the motherfuckers that do, fuck you and the pussy you came out of. Fuck you, your mama, your daddy, all that shit. You don't like what I'm saying? What? Because I'll come out from behind this camera. Like that ass. And y'all know I will. So for all these motherfuckers that love doing this, like me, I'm not no fucking keyboard warrior. I'm not one of those. I'm literally not. And I'm upset at the fact, at this point right now, because this dude, whatever the fuck this guy's name is, he has the nerve, he has the audacity to say, why would I fuck my life up like those people did? Excuse you? bro, if I was able to reach through this motherfucking phone right now and just backhand him with a fucking panther paw backfish, I would feel so much better right the fuck now. I really fucking would, bro. I literally fucking would, because people like that, people who are so condescending, that to me, that's a fucking hypocrite, bro. I was paid to lose. Did he really just pop? Hold on. Hold up, y'all. Because I just got notification off of Jake Paul's thread page saying that he was paid to lose the fight. I ain't going front. Let me get off of that and talk about this Jake Paul fight real quick. This dude looked like he got beat so bad. He looked like he was begging for this shit to stop, yo. I'm sorry. Any fight I ever got in and I ever got my ass whooped like that, I start laughing, bro. Like the last fight I got in, where I had my eyes shut. This eye was fucked up. I even took a picture. I had motherfuckers telling me to take the shit down. I wanted to leave it up. I like fighting. I don't care. But the shit it's a therapeutic session. But neither here nor there, right? Like I started laughing at this dude because I'm like, yo, this dude hits like a bitch, bro. Like, damn. So I just say, fuck you. You got it, bro. I'm like, literally, you got it, bro. You got it, bro. Holding his arm and shit. Like, holding one arm like this. Still rolling off the punches. Still rolling the punches off. I'm like, you got it, bro. You got it. Somebody called the police. Police showed up. Oh, my God. But neither here nor there. Let me stay on this fucking topic. This shit had me pissed, yo. I'm trying to find it. I'm not going for it. I'm trying to find this damn thing. Quinn Allen for Allentown. That's this dude's name. Quinn Allen for Allentown. Alright, so I didn't even see this right here. So the whole argument started literally because this dude, let me turn the camera around so you guys can't see it. This is how this whole shit started. If Trump gives me my biggest tax relief, Shapiro, county executive, the mayor, and school board will take more than 60% of it. So obviously, I responded back. I'm like, bro, no one is hearing that much taken out of their taxes unless you're talking about it happening when your local tax increase in dollars is about 60% of your federal tax cut in dollars. So with that being said, this tax increase was only 4%. 4%. That's nowhere near 60% of your federal tax cut in dollars, bro. What the fuck, bro? Like this is the shit I be talking about. Half the stuff that people put out here online, it's either exaggerated, it's clickbait, it's rage bait. There's nothing, and I get that. That's what keeps the social feeds going. I get that. But at the same time, you really should be, if you're a conscious adult, if you're a forward thinking adult, especially someone who wants to run for some sort of position in Allentown or just the government in itself, not only that, somebody who wants to, I guess this guy has a radio show. Like I was saying earlier in the beginning of this video, he has a radio show too. It leaves me flabbergasted. It leaves me bewildered because a person like this running for office, that's like, okay, so you'll say anything to get your numbers up and you don't give a fuck just so you can get whatever out of it so you can have some sort of control. That's what it is. And then run behind God at the end of this conversation. Like, why are you running behind God, bro? Leave God the fuck out of it. Oh no, God's in everything we do. Okay, I get that. Understandable. Peace to you on that. But yeah, still leave God the fuck out of it because this is a human problem. God's not in this right now. God got other things to be taken care of right now. If God wanted to handle this shit, he would have been handled it a long time ago. But it seems like, no, I'm gonna be your Lord for right now, so I'm gonna be your walking fucking karma. This is how this conversation fucking went. It's literally how this fucking conversation went. So as we're sitting back here debating and everything, all right. So let me just go over this because I really do want to put this in the comment section on the live feed, but I don't feel like going out of there, screenshotting, and all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the threads off. I'm going to read these threads off. And if I'm wrong, I want you to tell me where I'm wrong at. Because I know where I was wrong at.
I shouldn't have called him a snow roach, but fuck it. He was a snow roach in this moment. Okay. So after I say this whole thing about taxes being taken out, things like that, he goes, do you have to wait to be told how much is taken out before you observe it yourself? I'm like, no. And the main reason why is because you don't, no one has to wait. The data is always accessible. And the issue isn't access, it's whether people take the time to verify instead of reacting after the fact. He goes off and says, I look at the results of each tax season. Okay, so if you look at the results of each tax season, why are you so worried about taxes being taken out when it goes to bettering the education systems here and other structural developments, including the inner cities? Just heard the property increase was denied again. This is absolute idiocracy. So the education getting, this is him being a smart ass at this point. The education is getting better, really? Since when has any government run schools not indoctrinated kids for more power for themselves? Yes, the city tax increase thankfully been denied. Many people will go homeless if that happened, but you seem to want the government to live better than us. How? Do you understand how property taxes work? Obviously not. Obviously the fuck not. So I go on, obviously to rebuttal it. Okay, I see you're an idiot too. Let's clean your cause. Let's clean this up pretty much because you're obviously absurdly confused about this whole situation and making a very lazy conclusion based on real concerns. This is and I go on to explain to this guy, right? Education improving does not equal blind loyalty to government. Two things can be true at once. That would be public systems can be flawed, politicized, and still improve outcome in specific areas like access, technology, and standards. Pretending everything is pure indoctrination is emotional and not analytical at all. At all. And when we get back to taxes, which is how this whole conversation really even started, get the facts straight, bro. Supporting education does not mean supporting reckless tax hikes. I explicitly acknowledge the city tax increase being denied because it would hurt working people and push more folks into homelessness. I admitted that it would. That aligns with reality, not ideology, right? Okay. So when was the last time you looked close at your local government without relying on the news? That was before I can even finish my whole lecture, for lack of better terms. I really didn't even get on here to lecture this guy. I just came on here to have a conversation, but I didn't know it would turn into a fucking lecture. So I go on to say, let's kill this narrative that anyone who wants functioning in school wants politicians living better than the public. That's false binary. If you don't know what a false binary is, look it up. I don't have time to explain it to you. Look it up. Like I said before, all this data, all this knowledge is accessible to each and every single one of us. But strong institutions, as I continue on, should serve the people, not feed bloated bureaucracies. If they fail the test, they deserve scrutiny and reform, not blind defense or blind rejection. So if you want to critique government power, do it with receipts, not vibes. Otherwise, you're swinging in shadows while real problems keep eating communities alive, especially black and working class ones. So he goes on to this question again. When was the last time you looked at your close local government without relying on the news? Like, bro, this is this is how you know like people don't take time out to get to know anyone whatsoever. Don't take time out, nothing, bro. Nothing whatsoever. And here's the thing. And know that your hatred, this is before I even came out with any hatred whatsoever. And know that your hatred is the will of the government, which means you do everything they want you to do. So I go on and say, wow, how long did it take you to form that opinion? Like, seriously? Wait, no, wait, hold on. There was way more to this thread, I'm fairly sure. There was way more to this thread. Hold up. Unless you deleted them. You deleted them? Why would you delete them? There's like a 70 comment thread thing going on here. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Oh yeah. So it looks like he did delete some of the threads that was here. So I guess he didn't appreciate me calling him a snow roach and all that, this and that, and the third. So if he didn't appreciate that, I mean, hey man, you gotta have some thicker fucking skin, bro. Let me just be honest with you. Oh, is this it? Oh, here it is. I think I found it. I think I found it. So, yeah, 80 comment thread. Ain't that some shit? Social proof right here in the pudding. This is pretty much social proof saying I don't give a fuck about anybody's thoughts or how they think, what they think about me, or how they feel about me, any of that shit, right? That's pretty much what this was about. Da 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 da. Going cuts me off. Black working class. Oh no, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, even if it takes all night. And he goes on to tell me, okay, so before that whole thing, you have too much trust in the government. That was ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Because, bro, I know for a fact this government will say and do whatever they can to get you to trust them. I was trying to tag this dude in here. Yep. I don't know why I can't invite him in, but hey, yep, I can't invite him in at all. I can't even tag this dude in this one. To be honest with you. But yeah, and still, and I even go on to say, oh, and the homeless reference and taxes causing it, I retract my statement from before. I support the tax increase. Maybe a reality check really is needed. And I also go on to say, and suppose to have it in some guy with the and where did this one come from? Okay, so it seems like they're not in order. Oh no, this is right after. So it goes, suppose to have it in you, probably something I don't actually recall what I was saying there. Some guy with a Human Lives Matter shirt on and doesn't obviously know the first thing about being human and at a MAGA rally at that. Yeah, you're not getting my vote, so why you invite me to your page? Like, like he invited me to the page. Like I seen this post on like 9 times out of 10, I'm like, bro, like, and it's shit like this, bro. It's literally shit like this that it doesn't trigger me, but it makes me wonder, like, who, like, I don't give a fuck who raised you, but who in the fuck does this kind of shit, bro? Like, who says this kind, who exaggerates numbers like this, bro? Why do you think the city of Allentown should make the city richer while we get poorer? Many people cannot pay another increase, and you will have to pick up their tab. How high does taxes have to go before you go homeless? Are you not a human being? You want to know how high taxes have to be before someone goes homeless? In Allentown right now, the city is literally holding the line on property taxes because people are already stripped thin. So it wouldn't have made a difference any fucking way. The mayor and the council rejected several proposed tax hikes and ended up approving the city budget without raising property taxes for 2025, even though there were proposals ranging from 2% up to nearly 4%. That would have added real money to these bills. In other words, that would have added more money to this city. This is where shit gets prejudiced at. So nah, to you snow roaches, I'm a fucking animal. Because he was going on only if he was going on is pretty much to say, am I not a human being? Like to you snow roaches, no, I'm a fucking animal. Like this is literally how this shit is going right now. It's like, okay, so where's the understanding at? Where's the compromise at? Where's where you motherfuckers got the audacity, the literal fucking audacity, bro. He goes off to even say, only if you behave as an animal, but if you treat me good, I treat you good. And that is being human. Oh, that was so cute. That was so cute. And I go on to ask, why should I give a fuck about your life when you can't even see what things need to happen for things to progress? Like this is part of leadership. This is part of progressing, pretty much. And when I say this is part of leadership, you have to be able to make the tough decisions in order for things to progress. You end up have to make those tough decisions where, hey, I got to get rid of one of my best salesmen. I got to get rid of one of my best workers, one of my best representatives. I got to get rid of one of my best customers just so we can progress and grow to a larger exponential. And he goes on to even say, like, I don't know you. but I still want to make your life better and free. You want to make my life better and free? Pay black Americans reparations, you fucking snow roaches. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. And he even goes on to even ask me, do you know why reparations are being spoken about? Because if that was to happen, it would destroy the economy 100% and the money would be useless to you. I love how you're calling me names when I have shown you only respect as a human being. I don't give a fuck about respect. Respect has been out the window since mm, since Africans sold Africans into slavery to these snow roaches and brought them over here to America. Respect been out the window since then. Because of what these snow roaches did to blacks here is unforgivable and irreprehensible, no matter how you look at it. So obviously, this is him saying this. Obviously, I can see that which is sad because how poorly you treat me is exactly what gives the government more power and more of your money. Bro, like I don't like these are the things that you have to take into consideration. You don't fucking even know me, bro. You didn't even know I existed until the homeless emergency meeting, bro. I even going to say I don't give a fuck if you do or don't like me. I said this earlier. I only care about what's wrong, what's right, and what's wrong. And my best suggestion is y'all tighten the fuck up out here. Plain and simple. And besides, the government owes me money. I don't owe them shit, and I never have. If you cared, this is him. Continuing on with, let's continue on with this, right? If you cared about what is right, giving respect to individuals is what's right. You don't just give respect to people. Respect is earned. I don't give a fuck about what your title is, how much money you make, how good you look, if you have a disability, what your situation is, what your circumstances are. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit when it comes down to respect. Because if you want respect, you fucking earn it. Plain and simple. Like what else do you want me to tell you? So I even gave this guy a challenge. Gave this guy a challenge because he wanted me to respect him so fucking bad. You want my respect? Okay. Go to a city you're not familiar with. No money, no cards, no ID, no phone, no shelter. 60 days living on the street. Document everything and every day. If you live, I'll respect you. He goes on to ask me, have you been homeless before? I didn't even dignify that with a response. You want my respect, right? You want my respect, right? First, you have to tell me the reason I have to go through those drastic measures to get your respect. I don't have to explain myself to you for shit. You want my respect, Snow Roach? I suggest you get to looking at a reality. The reality is there are good and bad people, and you are filled with unnecessary hate towards me for no reason other than the government told you to hate me. The fuck? Bro, I am probably, bro, I'm like public enemy number one. I'm like enemy of the fucking state out this bitch, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? And people look at me like, oh, you shouldn't be proud to say that. You shouldn't be proud. What the fuck? Why shouldn't I be? Why the fuck shouldn't I be? Oh, so you want me to bow down to you, snow roaches, to you motherfuckers, and sit here and say, oh, you got it. You the man. Get the fuck out of here. Get the absolute fuck out of here, you know? Trying to talk about you want to try and treat somebody with the utmost respect. Bro, I don't give a fuck about it, bro. I really don't. And talk about, oh, this ain't the government. That's just the history that I've witnessed and observed. Things that I've read in books, knowledge, actually went to some of these locations and did some digging on my own. Yeah, fuck you, white people. But yeah, that this right here just pissed me off. He even goes on to say that he's no threat to me. I want to help you have a better life. Bro, I just told you what you can do. Pay black Americans reparations. Go to this motherfucking president. Start with your mayor. Matter of fact, start with your city councilman. No, not even that. Start with the city auditor. Then go to the city council. Then go to the mayor. Then go to the governor. Then go to your congressman. Then go to your senators. After that, then you start going to the president and all of them up there, right? I'm pretty sure he'll like you. You look like him. I'm pretty sure he'll like you. Go to them. Tell them motherfuckers, pay black Americans reparations. You want my respect since you don't want to go out here and live on the street for at least 60 days? You want my respect? Go out here and tell black Americans to pay fucking reparations. I mean, tell America to pay black Americans reparations. Excuse me. I almost fucked that whole thing up. Go out here and tell Americans to pay black reparations. Because honestly, from my perspective and my observation of how this shit's been going, you do realize, okay, take this into context because this does correlate. That entire $38 trillion debt that this country's in right now, because after I actually ran the numbers, that debt that they're in is owed to black Americans. You don't believe me? Look it up. Do some cross-referencing on your own, because I'm not going to sit here in this position that I'm in right now and try and convince you of it. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit here and persuade you. I'm not going to sit here and convince you. I'm not going to sit here and even begin to use manipulation. I'm not even going to do that whatsoever. Which some people will call persuasion. I mean, come on. I really didn't even want to say that, but I just gotta be unfiltered with y'all. Cause I said I'm gonna start making some real unfiltered ass content, yo, with no fucks given about how anybody feel. Everybody want to sit here and talk about they the truth. Yeah, your truth seems to be a little sugar coated over there. Don't know what else to tell you. Cause like I said before, motherfuckers hear a little piece of knowledge, take that little piece, and the whole story gets flipped and turned around by the time it comes out the other end of somebody's mouth. That's why 9 times out of 10 you gotta give people something to talk about. Give people something to talk about. Let these people gossip. Because the only reason why people gossip is because they believe that they feel as if they're better than you in some way, shape, or form. So let them do that. Let them believe that they're better. Then you come back and show them that.
But yeah, it's crazy, yo. Fucking insane. Fucking insane, yo. But yeah, so about this whole Jake Paul fight. So I'm sitting here looking at the reruns of the Jake Paul fight, this, that, and the third, and I'm sitting here looking like, damn, my man Joshua over there fucking pulled up. And I'm sitting there looking, I seen that look of pain. I know that look all too well. That was the look of fear, pain, despair, sadness, regret. You can see it all in his face, bro. You can see it all in Jake Paul's face. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, yo, that shit is crazy. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, bro, he looked like one of those poor people that say, please, sir, may I have some more porridge? What is it, Oliver's Twist? He looked like he's like, please, sir, don't hit me no more. Please, sir, don't hurt me. I remember that reminds me of the shit they used to do in jails. Back in New York on Rikers Island, they started this shit in the 90s. They used to go around talking about, don't hurt me, blood, don't hurt me. Oh my God, that was that exact look that was on Paul's face, bro. Joshua, I don't know what the fuck you did, how hard you hit that man. For that man to look like he had a reality check and said, I need my brother to be my caretaker. Yo, because that shit was too damn funny, bro. That shit was too damn funny. Too funny whatsoever. Oh my God. Oh, but let me go back to this shit. This is the part that tripped me out. This is the part that tripped me out for real. He goes off and says that he sees that I do marketing consultations, right? And that he thinks that he could use my service. The fuck? Motherfuckers, go find some fucking body else. The fuck? Like, that ass, bro. Like, the fuck? I'm not worried about you. Like, I'm getting to the point where unity is redundant. I'm also getting to the point where unity is just this whole dream thing. Because I get it. Everybody has their differences. Everybody has their moments. I'm not apologizing for any of mine whatsoever. I'm not sorry. Hey, you want to work shit out? Do you want to fix things? Yes or no? No? Okay, fine. You do? Okay, let's try working this out. Let's see where we can build from there. Other than that, I don't really care. Yeah. Sorry. Not sorry. What else you want me to tell you? Because a lot of people get online and they put on these acts in front and behind these cameras, and as soon as they step off camera, they're a whole different person. They're a whole different fucking person, yo. And that to me is kind of sad, yo. It's really fucking sad, bro. Like, some people get on here, they get on here for the accolades. They get on here because they want to be seen, they want to be heard, they want to be felt, because at some point in their life, they were not heard. They were not seen. They were pretty much ignored. You know, like, it goes back to the whole high school thing, where if you weren't one of the cool kids, or you weren't a cool kid, or you weren't a jock, for lack of better terms, you were the one that was treated like the ghost, like you don't exist. Which I believe should have been perfectly fine, because anybody that treats you like that you're a ghost, somebody that treats you as if you're nothing, like you don't exist, you don't want to be around that kind of person at all. You don't want to be around that kind of person at all. But, yeah, man. It's crazy, yo. It's fucking insane. But let's see. Oh, so another thing, right? I was looking at a few things when it comes to marketing stuff, right? And I believe there were some new updates when it came down to it. Let me see if I can pull them up real quick. See if I can pull them up real quick. I had to get that out the way, though, because that shit pissed me the fuck off, yo. Like, it's sad that a lot of people might sit here and say, oh, you have cognitive dissonance, or dissonance cognitive thought process, right? And that's not the fact of the matter. I'm not even going to sit here and try and convince or persuade you to even try and rebuttal something like that. But the thing is, when you see what's happening around you, when you remove all biases from your thought process, which is very difficult to do, you know, because when you're brought up when you're raised a certain way, or you're taught a certain way, certain things are just, they're instilled within you. It doesn't matter who you are. They're just instilled within you. So when you start to remove those biases from your thought process and your thought patterns, you begin to look at things from an objective way. You begin to see things for what it is. You don't just have opinions anymore. You have observations that come up with that actually have truth back behind them and facts back behind them. Because if you sit there and just have an opinion, okay, an opinion is just a thought that doesn't have anything back behind it. It's pretty much a hypothesis, pretty much. If you ask me, that's my ideology on it. Now, if I'm wrong, correct me. But so let's get into some marketing news, because I did see some things on here. Right? It looks like this company, Humans, right? It's a creator marketing firm. it looks as if they have secured $15 million to expand through mergers. And what this expansion is going to do is going to focus on AI-ready technologies and talent networks. In other words, this is going to create a space for people who are content creators or social media influencers. This is going to create a space for you guys to pretty much have your investments continue. So let's say, for instance, right, you're already working with a company and you're pretty much going to be, let's say you're already working with a company, right? What this is going to do is going to be that this kind of a sector is going to show that brands are going to be able to invest more. They're going to invest a lot more heavily in influencer networks and tech, not just campaign dollars. So it's an opportunity that's going to be able to help the clients that you have and that they already have build smarter influencer strategies, not plans, but strategies that's going to tie directly to your ROI, which is your return on investment. So now let me explain why I'm emphasizing the word strategy and not plan. A strategy in the marketing world is a way to identify what needs to be done. The plan is how it gets done. The strategy is the strategy is, how can I put this? The strategy in marketing is pretty much shaping what needs to be done. How we want to go attack this plan. How we going to attack this situation that we got. Now, when it comes to the plan is what's going to get done for that strategy to work. That's that. And not only that, it also seems as if Meta's been doing a lot of tolerating when it comes to this ad fraud from Chinese partners, because it looks like there's been some investigations in Meta's ad ecosystem in China, and it looks like they're relying on partners that have enabled large amounts of fraudulent ads to run, which is prioritizing revenue over stricter enforcement. This raises serious concerns from marketers about transparency, fraud risk, and platform trust, which I don't blame anyone in that sector at all. Anyone in this sector at all, I don't blame them. Because there was not too long ago, right? I just ran a $5 ad. $5 ad got me about 30 leads in a day or so. I used an AI video, and that single AI video got me 30 leads in less than 2 days. And if you want me to, just comment down below. I will show you how I came up with this framework. I'm debating. I'll do the landing page and I'll put a price on it later. But I'm actually debating on whether or not if I want to put this plan and strategy out there, because that's a lot. It was a $5. It was a $5 ad. Literally, just $5 got me about 30 leads in 2 days. And that ad ran for 7 days. I cannot make this up. So, the reason why this matters for anyone that's in consulting and in strategy, fraud and transparency matter more now than ever, if you ask me. And that's because these platforms are still wrestling with ad quality and fraud control at that. And you can add fraud risk mitigation to your advisory services as a differentiator. In other words, let's say, for instance, right, you have a company that's been out here, let's say they're spending about $5,000 on ads, right? And they're not seeing anything whatsoever. They're not getting leads. They're not getting they're probably getting views. They might be getting likes, but nobody's actually clicking on the link. No one is actually converting from a lead to a actual closed deal. No one's probably even paying attention that they're not even finishing the process. And from that aspect of it, you can literally use this fraud risk mitigation service as a way to teach, or to actually give this service and sell this service to your prospects, to your leads, or to your already established clients that you have rapport with, and you can sell this to them by showing them, hey, this platform is struggling over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to change up your strategy a little bit, and we're going to implement a new plan that's going to get around these ads that aren't bringing you any ROI on your investment. Which is probably be the best thing. It would probably be one of the best ideas ever. If this is going over your head, let me know. I'll come back and do another video on these topics specifically. And the other one is, I'm not sure if you heard of WPP. This is something that's new to me. This is my first time ever hearing about this company. They have a new CEO, Cindy Rose, and it looks like she's transforming the traditional agency model to better leverage AI and integrated services. This goes back to what I was saying a couple months ago. Marketing in 2026 is going to look a lot different. It's going to be a blend of the old school with the new school. And this right here is just showing and proving it right here. I'm going to leave some of these. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave these links down below. Matter of fact, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chop this up. Yeah, I'm going to chop this section up, and then I'm going to leave the links down below in the comment section. You might see it on my YouTube. Matter of fact, I might just leave it here on Facebook. I'm just leave this here on Facebook. And so what this is doing is it's moving away from, like I said before, old school mixed with the new school, moving away from outdated silo agency operations. So this shift reflects how legacy players are scrambling to stay competitive in an AI-first landscape. This just goes back to what I was telling you before. It's going to be a mix of the old school with the new school. And so it seems like this restructuring, if you ask me, this is sending a clear message or a clear signal that integrated tech-enabled services and models are replacing old billable hour structures. And this is a narrative that anybody in this niche, whether you're a marketing consultant, you're freelancing or anything like that, this is a narrative you can use to position yourself as a flexible person. You know, outcome-oriented consulting approach, pretty much, is what it sounds like. Not only that, let's see. Is there any more news in the marketing world? Let's find out. Like, are you using ChatGPT to do your... Yes, I'm using ChatGPT. Stop hating on ChatGPT. Like I said, this stuff really only... You're seeing ChatGPT amplifying people in real time. Matter of fact, I believe it was Ty Lopez that said, OpenAI, bet, I'm going to just start saying OpenAI. OpenAI literally increases a person's intelligence by 20%. By 20%, yo. That is absolutely fucking insane. So imagine yourself being a genius. Now you're just a super fucking genius. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, so it looks like we got a couple new updates when it comes to Pinterest stock and TV scientific deals. Also, we got app-loving games momentum in ad tech, and Fluency raises $40 million to build agentic AI for advertising. Now, this sounds interesting. So, Fluency just closed a $40 million Series A to scale its AI-driven ad management platform. Its agentic AI aims to automate ad campaigns across major platforms in real time. That's nice. I actually like that. Adjusting creators, copy, and targeting without manual dashboards. This is a big signal that autonomous campaign tools are moving from concept to mainstream execution. So this seems to be a lot going on. This is about to get very competitive in marketing. This is about to get very, very competitive. Because it seems like Pinterest, AppLovin, Fluency, all this funding that they're doing, this whole round of funding that they're doing is show that winning in marketing right now isn't it just about Google or Meta anymore. That's what this is saying. That's exactly what this shit is saying. It's like, nope, this ain't about Google or Meta now. This is personal. Nope, fuck that. This is personal. Let's cut him at the throat. That's exactly what this sounds like. That is exactly what this sounds like. I'm not even gonna lie, it does. But yeah, it does seem like they are making a whole lot of fun rounds, because even AppLovin's gotten some shares, have been surging. With a fresh analysis optimism and ad tech catalyst on the horizon, underscoring continued investor faith in platforms that fuse AI with mobile ad delivery and attribution. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna lie. The global ad spending still seems to be holding strong with the 11% increase. So imagine you're paying $50,000 for ad spend, right? That means you have to pay an extra, what? $5,500. Give or take a few hundred. So let's just round it up to $5,000. You have to pay extra on top of that. And that's probably even including the micro pressures. And it looks like the ad spend is going to be stronger than expected on the global scale here in 2025. As we round up these last, 11 days we have left. What's today, 20th? Yeah, the last 11 days. And partly driven by social media and digital platforms soaking up the most incremental dollars. That's obvious. Everybody runs ads on social media, whether it's Facebook, some sort of meta platform. Facebook, Instagram, Messenger. Then you have TikTok, you have YouTube. You also have X, Threads. What's another one? There's a bunch of places. Oh, your own, bruh. You still have Craigslist. Craigslist still around? Pretty sure you have Craigslist. Other classified ad websites. You got newspapers. You got TV, radio. Oh my God. But yeah, even with the economy being uncertain right now, it's still showing that marketers such as myself, we're still investing, especially in the digital and social channels. And I don't blame us. I really don't, because that's where the money's going to lie at. And matter of fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do a webinar either Tuesday or Wednesday. I think I'm going to try and do a webinar either Tuesday or Wednesday. And this webinar is pretty much going to go over social selling engines. Pretty much how the money is going to be made. Because unless you guys know ahead of time, money is no longer being made from the websites. Let me repeat this. Money is no longer being made from the websites. The money is being made through social engines. And by social engines, I mean TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Threads, Twitter or X, WhatsApp, Telegram. That's where all the money is being made at. And that's probably from social proof in itself. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna end this video here. But let me see here. I got anything else I need to go over? Nope, I don't. But if you guys are watching this video, go ahead and check out the pinned comment down below. If this video hit home with you, go ahead and hit like. Comment your thoughts on this. I would love to hear what you guys are thinking about anything I speak about. And share this video with somebody. Hey, you never know. Somebody might need to hear it. All right? But with that being said, y'all, deuces. This your man Shelby. I'm out. And y'all be easy.